Good morning, it's Barbara. It's pretty nice out. You'll see. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Oh, it feels like a good day to wear earrings. I'm all one color. And I'm not going anywhere, so I won't have a mask on. Maybe I'll go find some earrings. I messaged a friend yesterday. She said she hadn't caught up with my vlogs. I said, don't worry about it. I said, Vicky's visiting and I haven't cleaned the table yet. And it reminded me when I was a kid, my mom used to watch soap operas. And my sister and I used to watch soap operas after school. We were latchkey kids, although the doors were never locked. We got home from school and we watched The Secret Storm. But when my mom was teaching, Penn State had trimesters for a lot of when she taught. And so she had classes for 10 weeks, and then she had time between classes. And so she could watch her soap opera, every 10 weeks. And she never missed a thing. Because there's still, whatever happened in those 10 weeks, they were still rehashing it. She could still watch it. She would know what was going on. She didn't have to watch it every day. That's like me, you know what's going on. Although there was some news this summer, but Vicky's visiting and the table's not clean yet. And thus ends today's soap opera. Oh, I forgot to bring my knitting because yesterday I knit. I wasn't feeling great yesterday, just emotionally. I hadn't slept well at all, which apparently makes a big difference because I feel a lot better today and I slept well last night. Big shock there. Great leap of brain thinking. But yeah, so yesterday I wasn't feeling very well, but it was a really lovely day and I didn't have anything urgent that I had to do. And so I ended up sitting out here reading my phone and knitting. And I went and got my knitting because I'm like, I need some self-care. I need some self-soothing going on. And so I sat out here and I knit. Then it helped. And, I made progress on my cowl. My road trip cowl. So that's what I did yesterday. I sat out here, read my phone, and knit by myself. Dennis came out for a little while, but he doesn't like to be out too long because he has allergies. Or didn't feel like coming out, so Vicky stayed in the house with her. So it was just me out here, and it was very nice. I wasn't necessarily looking for company. I mean, I would have welcomed company if other people wanted to spend time on the deck, of course. But I wasn't sad that I was by myself. I wasn't sad. So it helped me. It was a good day. Then I went in because I was feeling a little bit antisocial and had my supper and my cocktail. And one of my books came in from the library, so I read a book. So I had a very good day yesterday. A very soothing day yesterday. It worked out great. And then I slept very well last night, so that all works out. Let me go get my cowl because I think I'm going to stay out here anyway. It's nice. It's a little tad muggy. I didn't notice what the gizmo said for humidity. I'll look and see, but I'll go get my cowl and I'll show it to you. Yeah, it's a little muggy out here. So I put some earrings on. They're not very big. I could have found bigger ones or more bright ones. I shouldn't. These are from the box of jewelry that they're not jewels, they're jewelry that I brought from my sisters. I like these, but I have some that are very similar. So I'll put these back in the box for my nieces. And here's my cowl. I'm definitely making progress. Here's my ball. So it's gonna be a very, very nice size for a cowl. It's gonna be great. It'll come in very handy. Oh, see, and it looks so good. There. Now I just have to carry my, and this is what I'm using. This is what I'm using for a project bag. It's actually one of those travel things that, you know, you fill it up and then because you can open it fat and then you fill it up and then you zip it and it kind of, you know, it's for packing and traveling. I had it with me when I was in Idaho. So anyway, yeah. So it's got a couple more inches to go and then I'll bind it off. But yeah, I went in and got it and sat here and knit because I thought, oh, this is gonna soothe my soul. And I was right, it did. It definitely did. And I just have to remind myself that. Because my low mojo makes me sad. But you know, sometimes you just can't do anything about it. You got low mojo, you got low mojo. In fact, when I was sitting out here, I realized that, you know, half the time, all I want is for the day to be done and me to be tired enough to go to bed. You know, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to, you know. And that's not good. But it's okay. I mean, you know, you can't be like that your whole life. But every once in a while, I think about, you know, sort of what's going on with me, and then I picture some article about somebody, and then, oh, for 3 months, she didn't do anything but blah, 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 because, you know, but then she was fine, you know, then she started getting more interested in da, 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 you know, and you would say, yeah, okay, that's fine. Being judgy like I am. Anyway. But it made me sad to say, you realize that I'm sitting there just wishing the day away because I don't feel like doing anything, you know. So I read my phone and I knit some, and then I had a library book to read, and I finished it and I enjoyed it. It was from the Glass Library series. I forget, CJ somebody or something like that. It's a series set in London in the 1920s, and it's got magic in it. There are magicians that have come out as of the beginning of the century, and people with all kinds of magic. The main character, I don't want to ruin it for you, discovers that she has magic. Not everybody has magic, but they have magic like one of the main characters, not in this series, in the beginning series, Steel and Glass series, are the previous generation when magicians were hidden. And her magic was that she could make precision timepieces that kept perfect time, and she apparently ended up with even more magic than that, but that was what she did. And you know, so there are you know, paper magicians who could make paper so strong that you couldn't tear it, and you know, all kinds of magicians. Anyway, the latest book of the Glass library series came to me, and I had a hold on it, and so I read that, and I like it. It's a romance, magic, cozy, pretty cozy. And the story of the earlier generation is called the Steel and Glass series, Steele and Glass, or Glass and Steel. I'm not sure, but I think it's like CJ somebody. Anyway, so I read that yesterday, and it felt like a good day. Whoop, got some frisbee going on behind me. It felt like a good day, and then I had a good night's sleep, so I woke up feeling pretty good today. Oh, I'm liking my new cowl, my road trip cowl. This is I bought 2 skeins. I'm only going to use one. Trilogy yarn in the Unicorn Farts colorway. Isn't it beautiful? It just grabbed me. I walked into the shop, and they had a whole rack of Trilogy yarns, and I just went right over to this and grabbed it and bought 2 skeins. And it's knitting up very lovely. Very lovely. Making me happy. It was very similar. It reminded me of the acrylic yarn. It wasn't similar, because this is amazing, and the acrylic yarn was nice colorways, but the pink and purple, and that I was making my mom's shawl out of, so she could have an acrylic shawl that they could wash and dry, industrial wash and dry, and I didn't get it finished. And I stopped working on it because I just had to stop working on it. I don't even know where that yarn ended up. I think I gave it to Christy, but I'm not sure. But I was still drawn to the same color scheme, and it just called to me, so I grabbed it. Now I have an extra one. I think I might have to make a hat out of that. That would be a cute hat. We'll see. I've talked like I have knitting mojo, right? Anyway, I have someone in my family who could use a soft hat soon. So I might be getting some of the soft cottony stuff that people use to make chemo hats. Might do that. So that would be the first hat I made if I'm going to make a hat. Wasn't a great summer. Was not a great summer. Got a blue jay out there. Well, we do have some cloud cover today, that's for sure. It was looking a little bluer when I walked out here. More blue sky. Anyway, so that's what's happening with me. My plans for today are to do whatever I feel like, and I am making, we're eating leftovers for dinner. Vicky has plans this afternoon and evening, so she'll be gone. It'll be just us watching our animals at the water hole, and throwing the frisbee for our dog. I'm puttering around. I think Dennis has some wine things he wants to do, and who knows what I'll feel like doing, but I'm right now thinking I'm going to do a little knitting just to soothe my soul and sit out here. Maybe Aura will come out with me, be outside for a little while, although it isn't lovely like it was yesterday. So we'll see. I watered the plants back here today already, and I'm going to water my forsythia again because they need watering. We haven't had very much rain. you know, we just, when we have it, it's just enough to like get everything wet. It's not, and make it humid. It's not, you know, drenching rain that waters the, you know. I mean, Dennis hasn't had to mow in weeks. Although he's thinking he's soon going to have to mow because our mower is a mulching mower and we do have a lot of leaves down. So the leaves need to get mulched before the rain does come, because we will eventually get rain. And he doesn't want them all matted down in the yard. So anyway, so that's where I am. I am feeling better today than I was yesterday, and I am putting no pressure on myself today to do anything at all. But it didn't make me happy to think that I said, I need to work on my cow. I need some self-soothing. And my knitting was self-soothing. So that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Yeah. And I'm hoping I get a little mojo back for December, because I am going to have a lot of advents, because I ended up buying a Trilogy yarn advent since I liked her yarn so much. I love the colors and everything, but I told you this, I got the sparkle, which also makes me smile. So I have DK weight from the Crafty Toads, I have sparkle from Trilogy yarns, I have Sweet Sparrow yarns coming. Those are 10-gram minis, but they every day you get a little something, something. And of course I have, Megan and I are exchanging again, which means I have to get cracking, because I'm going to have to mail that by the end of October to make sure that she has it by December 1st. I am a little more prepared than I usually am at this time of the year, though. Ha 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 ha. I've been planning ahead. Yep. I don't know who that person is. I don't know how that happened. I've been planning ahead. So, and I even figured out what because we usually give a biggish gift for Christmas Day, and I figured out what that's going to be too. So, that's it. I guess I'm done. But I am enjoying wearing my cowl, so that's fun. But I knew I was going to, because who wouldn't? And I am thinking, I'm looking at that other skein I have, and I am thinking, cute pinkish cat hat on my head. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now, I have been really enjoying my Musselburgh hats, I must say. And it is knit. It's a very good mindless knitting project. But it is a 2-skein project, I think. But I have yarn that will go wonderfully with that. I have some beautiful pinks that Megan gave me that she dyed that will go with that very beautifully. So, I don't know, maybe a Musselburgh hat is in my future, with some beautiful pink Megan yarn in this Trilogy Unicorn Farts. But I do want to, see, now I'm making these plans like as if I'm a knitter. But I do want to work on my Montrealer, because I really am going to want to have that sweater, even if I don't feel like knitting. Maybe wanting it so badly to have a hood and will make me work on that. Although I have to say, my Korean poncho by my chair has really a little bit filled that niche, because it is so cozy and easy. Just throw it over my head. I have really been enjoying that too. And it's summertime. I finished that after the winter, and I've worn it plenty, so. But I'm going to want the Montrealer too. Yeah. We shall see. If you, oops, I guess Zora's down because the water hole's on the television. If you have a good pattern to suggest for a chemo cap, I don't know if the pattern makes any big difference. I know the yarn has to be super, super soft because the scalp can be very sensitive in those conditions. But if you have a pattern you can suggest, let me know. Because I think that's gonna be next after I finish the cowl. I have to go shopping though for appropriate yarn. Like baby soft cotton, I think. Tell me if I'm wrong about that. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, I've been yammering for 20 minutes. Thank you everyone for all your support and helpful comments. I appreciate it. And please, please continue to improve. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and your families. And please stay safe and stay